Hello, my name is Mars, and welcome back to the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. I said at the end of the last episode that I was going to start out making a new card, so that's what I'm going to do. I forgot what this door was called. Why are those things dancing on it? That's very interesting. Alright. Oh, Fortuna has something to say. I feel different. Aedana's eye is pulsing inside my skull. Oh my god. It's actually grafted onto her. Wow. I feel as if I could see beyond the pictorial representations of Arcana. Maybe I could spend a little magic to peek behind the cosmic curtain. Study. Ooh. Okay, do they all only cost one, or do the more complex ones? Yes. The more complex ones cost a little more. Alright, I feel like I want to build a card that is focused on air, because I feel like I don't have a ton of those, and I have a little bit of air energy to spend. I might not... So, I do want to try this ability out. That's very interesting. I wonder what the other air contract options would have allowed me to do. This is very interesting. It would cost 3 energy just alone to choose an air card with only 2 energy cost if I want to study it, which I absolutely do want to try this out. You know what? I think I'm going to try out Tap to Study on the Opera House, which is actually, I've kind of been avoiding because this is the sphere that I put my very first card in the demo. So I felt like I've used it before, but I don't know. If I can get to know it a little better, sure. Okay, let's read the description. An enchanted opera house that magnifies the emotions of anything sung inside its chambers. Let's study it. O ancient eye of our former leader, allow me to pierce through the fabric of this magic. I desire to know more. Okay, it just tells me that it's air. I knew that. I knew that that's what air meant. Context, perception, conscience, coexistence. Okay. Well, just because I've studied it doesn't necessarily mean that... Doesn't mean that I have to choose it right now. Let's study one that'll take water, because I have a lot of water to spend. I don't think I'll necessarily choose this one either, but let's just study it. Allow me to pierce through the fabric of this magic. Water, emotion, intuition, substance, and truth. Okay. So I feel like it's just going to tell me what the spheres, what the different kinds of energy mean, which is information I already had. So I don't really know how this study mechanic benefits me. I don't know. I like... Why does this one cost 2 to study? I mean, let's try... I only have 1 fire and earth, so... Like, I'm not going to use them in my card anyway, so I might as well use them to study. O ancient eye of our former leader, allow me to pierce the fabric of this magic. I desire to know more. Fire? Okay, that only told me about fire? Conflict, challenge, adversity, renewal. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to choose one of the air ones. I like the sound of the Nomad Sky Caravan. The best merchants of their galaxy. They couldn't figure out how to travel through space, so they tore away a piece of their homeland skies and took it with them. A blue nebula full of flying ships that soar the Milky Way. Oh, they tore away a piece of their sky. That's cool. Alright, I like this sphere. I'm gonna choose it. Astral behemoth that hides beneath the moon. I probably can't choose a lot of these, so let's be careful about which one we choose. That doesn't remind me of the Sky Caravan very much. The Banner Bearer. Surrender. The Harvest Oracle. The merchants could go from town to town delivering seeds to people, I guess. Oh, these cost more to study. I could study these as well. Maybe they'll tell me more if I study them this way. Okay, let's see. I want to see which one I want to choose first. And if I study the bartender, okay, that'll cost me all of my air, but this plus, I want to do this one. This one is very interesting to me. But I want to study the bartender first to see what extra information studying gives me here. Oh, ancient eye of our former leader, allow me to pierce through the fabric of this magic. I desire to know more. Oh! This tells me more about the Arcana's domains. Okay, so community, the identity and volition of a group of individuals, and desire, the pain of not having, the anticipation of sweetness. That's an interesting way to define desire. Okay, so I have that information for later. But I like this one. The Seed of Knowledge. Astral behemoth that hides behind the moon of planets which harbor underdeveloped cultures, like the solar system's Earth. Oh, Earth has underdeveloped cultures. It puts myths from other dimensions inside of mortal minds to guide and protect them. I'm very interested in this idea of like the merchants traveling through space in order to spread this knowledge. Let's choose this one. Alright, and now I probably don't have a lot of energy for much else. Unshed Tears of the Dead. Hidden Courage and Rage. Submitting to pain. This kind of has to do with knowledge. Eyes for the Night, Pain for the Wraith. I kind of want to study this one, but that could be interesting. Let's study this one, because we have a lot of water. Okay, that just tells me about water again. Great. This one's cool, but I don't really know how it would connect to what I have chosen. Igniting Saber. Blades made out of demon bones that can light on fire if you whisper the name of the beast they came from. Let's choose this one. And now let's... I'm going to have the behemoth kind of resting at the edge of this caravan, whispering into their ears. Let's have him kind of grasping. Yes. Grasping at one of these ships This will be in the corner here. He has hooves, great. So that can go here, and then we can make a copy and give him another leg. Flip it, give him another leg. That is much smaller than the other one. Okay. Still much smaller. That's about equal. Okay. And how about in his clawed hand, he's holding this sword. I always like to have these guys holding things. Let's bring it forward. Bring this forward. And the stars are already starting to light on fire from the truth of this blade. I don't know. That's a cool looking one. This one is called Firebirds. The merchant caravan spreads conversations, retelling myths the astral being sets new directions. When enraged, the behemoth sabotages understanding, the saber channels wrath. Oh, so maybe the behemoth is set out to sabotage the caravan in their quest to spread conversation? Interesting. So it means guide, discovery, deception, the unknown, authority, sabotage, and adversity. I can study the cards I've already made. Interesting. That's a very cool card. I like it. Okay, let's talk to Jasmine and Dahlia. Who do I want to talk to first? Let's see what their letters say, first of all. Alright. Fortuna, did you hear? The old bitch kicked the bucket. Let's celebrate, come on. Dear Fortuna, are you alright? I have some difficult news to share with you. Let me know when I can come and visit. Let's celebrate first with Dahlia, who's our better friend. Sorry, Jasmine. But I like Dahlia better. Both in-game and out of it, honestly. Aedana is dead! Fuck Aedana! Let's go out and celebrate. No, I can't. Why not? That hag is out. Fuck rules. My freedom is in the hands of whoever becomes the next leader. Then I'll become leader. My first order of business will be to ban fucking exile. I wish. No, I mean it. I'm running for office, Fortuna. Oh wow, really? I can't picture you running the Coven, to be honest. I thought you despised that kind of responsibility. It promises to be a pain in the ass, yeah. We've endured too many centuries of abusive leadership. I'm determined to revitalize our clan. Follow me, and I shall deliver freedom and happiness. You're even more energetic than usual. I'm raring to go. Fortuna, join me. Let's rule the Coven together. Fortuna. I don't feel like Fortuna can really match Dahlia's energy, so I don't really feel like saying, hell yeah, I'm in. I don't want to turn her down just yet, though. Let's say, why don't you tell me about your plans first? Of course, of course. Sorry, I got caught up in the moment. Don't you think I'm a dumb witch. I have a solid plan. I've done some research, and the 5 pillars of our Coven's law are judgment, law enforcement, forbidden arts, mortal affairs, and witch duties. Judgment is how we decide who fucked up and what to do with the Coven. Law enforcement is how we punish those who fucked up. Wow, messing up is such a big part of being a witch that those are the first 2 pillars. Wow, I would feel like these 3 would be more important. But nah, they're law and order bitches. Forbidden arts is how we deal with dangerous stuff. Mortal affairs is how we deal with people, animals, and everything non-magical. Witch duties is basically what every sister has to do for the Coven. Now, Aedana was basically all, fuck you, I rule, fuck you, I exile you, fuck dangerous stuff, fuck mortals, and well, fuck you. I want to change things radically. Try a new system, more open and inclusive. Okay. So these, I'm guessing, are what Aedana ruled with. Runic judgment, exile, banning forbidden arts, mortals exploited at the Coven's convenience. Yeah, we saw that with what she was trying to make Louise do. And strict quarterly controls on duties. Judgment will be something held between all members of the Coven. All important issues will be solved after hearing everyone's input, then celebrating a referendum. It's feasible since our Coven has less than 100 members right now. There won't be law enforcement. All issues will be solved amicably between the affected parties. Isn't that a bit naive? What if they can't reach an agreement? We'll submit the case to the arbitrage office. I don't see why we need additional enforcement since we have the magical pact already. Yeah, I thought that the arbiters were law enforcement. I see. Following that line of thought, there won't be any forbidden arts. I believe that banning things begets temptation. It's better to share knowledge and educate witches about its implications. Then, about mortal affairs. I believe we should cut all ties with mortals. This may seem radical, but I believe we are way too privileged to dare tamper with human lives. Fair point. I say leave them be. We have a whole universe to toy with. As for witch duties, instead of asphyxiating quarterly controls, I say we set a magical tax to pool resources from the Coven. Any witch could go about her life however she wants, provided she shares a proportional part of the magic she draws from the cosmos. We'll use those resources to help newcomers or any sister in need, or to develop some ambitious communal project. That basically sums it up. Oh! There's a pressing matter too. We have to decide how to deal with Aedana's corpse. We can either devour her or scatter her throughout the cosmos. Come again? Apparently, there's a lot of magic stored inside the corpse of a witch. If we literally eat her, we'll all become more powerful. But if we free her magic, a lot of women will be able to ascend and become witches. We could almost double our numbers. I firmly believe we should share her magic with the universe. We may become more powerful should we devour her, but there's a special strength hidden in diversity. I agree. More points of view and the clash of new wills will make us grow in more interesting ways. That pretty much sums up my stance, so are you with me? I don't know if I necessarily want to rule with her, but I don't know, could be fun. I'm gonna say hell yeah, I'm in. That is fucking fantastic, Fortuna. We can do this. Okay, cards. Am I going to win? Wow, hold your horses, Dahlia. That question may be too heavy. Why? Jasmine is planning on running for office too. Let's clear things up so we can save ourselves the pain of a campaign. If you want to solve this by shuffling a deck, you might as well meet with Jasmine and flip a coin. And none of that would do. Voters are going to need a campaign to be informed at the very least. Sure, we can still do the theater if necessary, but I'd rather know who's going to win already to dispel all the anxiety. I refuse. That would be unfair to Jasmine. Yeah, because Dahlia doesn't know how much power Fortuna has. Fortuna could swing this whole thing in her favor if she wanted to. Better think of a different question. Okay, I get it. What to ask? Oh, I know! Who are my enemies going to be? And what kind of daggers should I forge to face these trying times? Whoa, playing hardball, are we? The future of the Coven is on the line. Let's pull out the artillery. Understood. Focus on your warrior spirit while I shuffle the cards. Golden Vein. Alright, reinforce the quarry with our ore, the golden vase, happiness. Let's assign this to Jagger. I don't want it to be like, oh, you won't have any enemies. It's all going to be hunky-dory because she's going into politics. She's going to have enemies. Let's assign this to Jagger. Courage. Craft a dagger and infuse it with the valor to do whatever needs to be done. Or love. An edgeless dagger. An edgeless dagger. God, I keep going with the water. I have so much water. I have so much water energy. But this one doesn't make sense with this card to me. So I'm gonna have to go with love and edgeless dagger. But I could tailor my readings about getting the energy I want, but like I'm enjoying like actually reading and interpreting the cards for myself and choosing which option I think is best. So, and this is a happy card, so I would say love and edgeless dagger. Isn't a love dagger a bit of an oxymoron? Maybe. I think it is important to produce a trinket that reminds you of the true purpose of your quest. That is so cool. Thank you so much. I won't lose my way, I promise. And now for her enemies. Firebirds. Oh, great. Guide, discovery, deception, the unknown, authority, sabotage, and adversity. Okay. Jasmine will pose the biggest threat to your campaign. A powerful behemoth will stand in your way. The oldest witches will conspire against you. Or an arbiter is going to be on your tail, scrutinizing every move you make. A behemoth. There is a behemoth on this card. I could say an arbiter. So I just made this card and I remember very strongly my intentions with it. It's something about how the caravan here wants to spread knowledge, but this behemoth is trying to hold them back and hold them down and sabotage them and keep them from spreading new knowledge. So that kind of brings to mind this idea of old witches set in their ways who are resisting change and trying to rein the Coven in however they want. And it especially makes sense seeing how radical her planned reforms are. I feel like ancient witches would have more of a problem with her changes. So this makes sense to me. The oldest witches will conspire against you. I knew it. Those hags are going to hate my program. And I know they're already salivating at the thought of devouring Aedana's corpse. Over my dead body. Well, strike that, because they definitely eat me too. I hope those old bastards don't try to play dirty for their own good. Else they're about to meet the wrath of a warrior witch. Nice to see you all fired up. They won't subdue me. What's the matter? Not to undermine your craft, but I doubt a dagger will be enough to deal with the oldest witches. They can easily outsmart us. What do you say we draw an extra card to explore what measures to take given this predicament? Awesome. Absolutely. Lay it on me. Alright, here we go. Alright. Introspection, yearning, passion, power. Okay. You will be powerless. Or make a demonstration of power before the Coven. A duel. Oh, I can scroll with the mouse wheel to... Okay. This card is telling me that she's going to be powerless. This is not a card of power, I feel like. It's a card of failure and longing for something better, but you can't have it. So, I'm sorry, Dahlia. I really like your ideas, but I don't think you're going to succeed here. You will be powerless against such a rival. Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Deck. Very useful. I guess I don't stand a chance then. I wouldn't go that far. I'd say that this card is suggesting you don't waste your time coming up with countermeasures. Stick to your own program and put your efforts into becoming the best possible candidate. Oh, that sounds honorable. I like it. That's good advice. Thank you, Fortuna. And that's a wrap. I hope this was useful to you. Well, I'd have preferred to cut to the chase and see who was going to win. But this'll have to do. Thanks a lot for taking the time. My pleasure. Before I leave, I wanted to ask you for another favor. What's up? Another friend of yours summon a behemoth? No, silly. One of the things that matters to me the most is how we deal with Aedana's corpse. I believe it is extremely important that we open the gates for more women to become witches. And because of that, I'd love it if you met with our most recent addition to that community. She's so new she doesn't even have a name yet. Please, let her come see you. You can help her find her way. And she'll get to see how diversity will make her coven richer, too. It'll be my pleasure. Tell her to come whenever she's ready. Thank you so much. I'll be going now. I need to start putting a team together to deal with the campaign. See you. Bye, Dahlia. Okay, I don't feel like I have enough to make a new card, unless I want to make it all water, I guess. Alright, but let's see Jasmine. Let's hear her terrible news. I think the terrible news is just that you're running for office. I don't want a narc in office. She's a narc. That's the only way I can describe it. I see myself a lot in her. I was a goody two-shoes who would tattle on anyone I heard was causing trouble in high school. But I'm an adult woman now, and I'm not like that anymore. She is far older than me, and she should know better than to be a narc. So, I'm not the biggest fan of Jasmine. Hello, Fortuna. I come with terrible news. I don't know how to say it. Aedana is dead. You knew already. You don't react well to the crazy stuff, so I'll just say an arbiter told me. Oh yeah? How so? She's following my case and deemed it important to let me know. So the arbitrage office is still looking into your case? I'm glad to hear that. And how are you handling the news? I celebrate that the Coven is rid of her. Fortuna! Why do you have to be like that? A fellow witch is dead. She was a tyrant. Things will change for the better now, I'm sure of it. Actually, about that. The first order of business is to decide how to deal with Aedana's corpse. Yeah, Dahlia was here a couple of minutes ago, and she brought me up to speed. Ah, good. So basically, we have to decide whether to be fewer but stronger, or weaker but more diverse. What's your stance on this? I believe we should devour her. I figured this is going to be what the choice is. Changing government and all, I believe that it's just not the best time to receive that many new trainees. It's a fair point. There's already enough turmoil in having to establish a new direction. We need to be stronger than ever for the sake of our sisters. I see. And speaking of that, I'm running for leader. Yeah, so I heard. Girl, you are well informed for being isolated on this asteroid. What can I say? Anyway, I thought the Coven could use some tender loving care after Aedana. They do need that. I don't doubt that you would be a pretty good leader. I just don't like you. Personally. Will you help me with your divination, Fortuna? Can I count on your support? Tell me about your program first. But of course, sorry. Right now, there are 5 pillars in the rules of the Coven. Yeah, we know this. Judgment, law enforcement, forbidden arts, mortal affairs, and witch duties. Judgment is about how we deal with conflicts within the Coven, how we determine who's at fault and such. It's also the executive branch, tackling where the Coven is going and how we deal with major events. Well, that is information that Dahlia didn't give me. She just was like, you fuck up, we decide who fucked up, what we're gonna do with them when they fuck up. I appreciated the Laban's terms, but, this is useful information as well. Right now, we have runic judgment. Basically, it was Aedana consulting with the gods. I believe we should leave witch law in the hands of exogenous forces. My proposal is that judgment should be in the hands of the oldest 4 members of the Coven, in agreement with the leader. That's why the old witches are not going to like Dahlia, because they'll be supporting Jasmine. So any judgment should come by a quorum of the 5 wisest witches. Then there's law enforcement. Right now, witches who put the Coven in jeopardy are sent to exile for a variable amount of time, depending on the severity of their actions. And it's truly horrible. My proposal here is that witches accumulate warnings, depending on the severity of their transgressions. And eventually, should they fail to change their behavior, they will be expelled from the Coven. I mean, ultimately I think expulsion is probably nicer than exile, you know? No witch should endure what you're going through, Fortuna. 5 strikes you're out, that makes sense to me. Letting witches go to find a new coven that's a better fit is a more humane solution in my opinion. Then there's the forbidden arts. That's how we deal with hazardous magic and knowledge, such as summoning behemoths, necromancy, and so on. Right now, when the Coven determines something could put our community at risk, we ban it. And I believe it should stay that way, so no changes on that front for my part. Next point, mortal affairs. That's how we deal with humans and other lesser beings. Aedana determined that mortals should be exploited and manipulated for witches' convenience. I don't like that at all. I don't believe any soul to be a lesser being to begin with. I believe we have the responsibility to protect and guide mortal societies. I kind of like that better than separating ourselves entirely from mortals. I don't know, like, segregating ourselves because we feel that we're more powerful and more important than them, like, I think if we have this power, we should use it to help people, you know? We have the power to better their lives, so we must do so. That's the only thing that... I'm still in favor of Dahlia more, but... you know, I like Jasmine's plan for mortal affairs better. That defines what members' obligations to the Coven are, witch duties. Right now, we have the infamous quarterly controls, and should a witch fail to deliver, they'll eventually lose their membership. I propose a policy of zero vigilance, to trust that a member of our Coven will always strive to better our community. Contribution should be at every witch's own pace and discretion. Oh, there's also the issue regarding what to do with Aedana's corpse. I say we should devour her and become stronger. That basically sums it up. What do you think? Can I count on your support? I mean, we very enthusiastically agreed to help Dahlia. I can't. I already promised Dahlia I'd help her. Oh, is that true? I wasn't aware she came to you first. I'm sorry. Well, it's important to keep one's word, so I won't insist. But this doesn't mean I won't try to win you over. There's a lot of campaigning still to come. In fact, listen, there's someone I would like you to meet. Maybe she'll make you more sympathetic to our cause. Junracia, the mathematician witch. She also believes we should devour Aedana and become stronger. Junracia is the oldest and wisest witch in our Coven after Aedana. I'm sure she can make a strong case for why we should absorb our former leader's corpse. Sure, tell her to pay me a visit. For now, I should be leaving. There are a lot of people I need to meet to get my campaign in motion. Take care! Do your best. Okay, we didn't read for her. Oh well. The fresh smell of political turmoil. Rejoice, Fortuna. This is the perfect scenario to quite literally play our cards. Things could get messy from this point on, yeah. How do you feel about politics? I'd rather keep politics out of my games. Shut up. There are some idiots who would say that, but, I'll quote Life is Strange too. Everything is political, whether you like it or not. So, if politics are a thing that affect real people's lives, and if a game wants to tell a story about real people's lives, it's going to have to involve politics. So, I don't enjoy political discussion, but it is a necessary pain in the ass. I'm not even role-playing as Fortuna right here. That's my real feelings. A necessary pain in the ass. I freaking hate gamers who are like, oh, I don't want gay people in my games because that's politics, and I play games to forget about politics. Like, gay people existing in the world is not a political thing. They're just people. Just say you're a freaking homophobe and get out of my sight, Alright. Yeah, I see how they could become suffocating for a mortal. And apply gay people to any minority. Really. Any minority at all. Trans people, people of color, religious minorities, disabled people, anything. That's my stance on it. And if you don't like that, don't watch my videos and probably don't play this game either. I see how they could become suffocating for a mortal. Too many hows and whys. I think it's important to stay in touch to a degree if you don't want to be insensitive to the status of your community. But I sure hate many things about it. I get it. What are your plans for these elections, then? Why did you choose to go with Dahlia? I mean, both programs have things I like, but Dahlia came to me first. I mean, I could say that that's instinct. By choosing her first, I was choosing the person who I vibe with more, and who I feel is stronger as, and more interesting as, a character. I mean, she's certainly inspiring, but I would say I went with instinct. I don't know, instinct. She may get upset about it, but you'll have to understand. The direction of the Coven is not a matter to be taken lightly. If either of them don't respect my stance, they aren't suited to lead to begin with. And Jasmine did respect my stance. Good point. By the way, I'm curious about one thing. Why didn't you tell any of your friends about the true nature of your divination? You know, the little detail about being a writer and not a reader? I'm scared. I'm scared about how they would react. But I am also afraid of myself. I'm still figuring out what this rediscovered power means and what to do about it. I don't feel any different, but the pressure is immeasurable. I see. I am afraid too, but I'm here with you. I can help you get through this, Fortuna. Whoa, are you so afraid that you're desperate to get on my good side? Ha, you wish, witch. Jokes aside, I already told you that this is the first time I've ever encountered, throughout my many existences, something that truly terrifies me. But I'm starting to enjoy that feeling. Makes me feel alive. I wouldn't mind partaking in that thrill. Why don't you write yourself some courage? What if I draw something horrible? I'm curious. I'll draw myself one card. Wait. I was just pulling your leg. This is too risky. What if you draw a card ripe with fire magic and you end up in a bad place? Now, I would say a seer shouldn't be scared of their deck if, I would say that if we were reading and not writing, because you shouldn't be scared to know the future. But if you can create the future, and change it, yeah, I'd say be a little scared. Be a little scared. You're right, better not play with fire. Phew, you just dodged a bullet. I wouldn't do it either. We created something quite frightening, huh? Tell me about it. Hey, looks like you have mail. Oh, we got something from Thea, from Dahlia, and a box. Let's just read what these things say, but I think I'm going to end the episode. But I want to read what people have to say first, and think about who I want to talk to first when I do the next episode. Alright. Dahlia says, Yo, Fortuna, the newcomer I told you about is ready to meet you. She doesn't even have a familiar yet, so I'm contacting you on her behalf. Say the word and I'll bring her to your place. Not yet. I'm sorry to only contact you as the harbinger of bad news, but I need to meet you to pass in a message from your friend Greta. Uh-oh. Okay, Junrisha. For the attention of which Fortuna. Oh my god, she talks so old-fashioned. Our colleague Jasmine asked me to meet with you to explain the advantages of devouring Aedana and becoming stronger as a group. This is an important matter, so let me know when I can visit. At your earliest convenience, faithfully, Junrisha. Oh god, I'm so curious now. I want to know what happened to Greta. I don't imagine this will take long. I'm gonna talk to Thea. Please be quick, Thea. I wanted to end the episode, but I'm so curious. Hello again, Fortuna. How are you? Hello, Thea. Get on with the bad news already. Of course. Look, your friend Jasmine informed the arbitrage office that she discovered a fellow witch had summoned a behemoth. Yeah. No. Jasmine, what did you do? It was her duty. Don't blame her. The thing is, I wish it didn't have to be this way, but Greta broke the magical pact. Summoning a behemoth is not something any of us should overlook. I had to arrest her. No, why? Greta, this is horrible. I wish I could have done something about it. Come on, Fortuna, don't torture yourself like that. You wouldn't understand. What is there to understand? Is there something we're not aware of? Stop writing shit down. Leave me alone now, please. Okay, I'm sorry. Before I leave, Greta wanted you to have something. Gatherin. Terrors often roam the cosmos, unable to harm anyone, until someone lets them in, and they become the fears of the whole Sisterhood. That's gonna take a lot of Earth, and I'm having trouble getting Earth, but... ooh. Take care, Fortuna. Okay. Alright. That's a bummer. I'm glad we talked to her, though. And it was quick, so I can end the episode now at a reasonable time. Sorry for the rants. Hopefully I didn't make people too angry, but honestly, if the things I said did make you angry, then I don't want you watching my videos. I'm sorry. I want people to be... if I build a community of people, I would like them to be open-minded, rational and compassionate thinkers who see the world as it is and aren't like egocentric enough to think that politics and minority identities don't belong in games or art in general. Just I don't know. That option was there as a joke, I know, but oh, it set me off. It set me off real bad. But yeah. Sorry again. But I have been Mars, and I will be back with more The Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood.